Good day po sa inyo lahat. We are the group tasked to present today's topic, which is all about becoming a member of society. This topic has three main parts: socialization and enculturation, conformity and deviance, and human dignity, rights, and the common good. Each part shows social goals and socially appropriate processes in order to achieve the process of becoming a member of society. So without further ado, let's begin.
Let's start with socialization and enculturation. As described by Brinkerhoff et al., socialization is the process through which people learn the rules and practices needed to participate successfully in their society. In other words, this is how a person learns how to be normal in the eyes of society. Some examples would be learning how to behave in public, learning how to be respectful to authority figures, learning how to talk to people depending on your relationship with them, and so on. Enculturation, on the other hand, as described by Merriam-Webster, is the process by which an individual learns the traditional content of a culture and assimilates its practices and values. In simpler words, this is basically socialization into a specific culture. An example for our country would be how we adopted many Spanish words into our language after being colonized by them for 333 years.
Identity formation, socialization, and enculturation allows them to adopt certain characteristics and culture into their identity. So yung socialization and enculturation, pwede siya mag-form ng identity ng isang tao at pwede rin yun sa kultura ng isang bansa. Halimbawa na lang sa bansa natin, inadapt natin yung Spanish word na kabayo sa ating language at parehas din ng kanyang pronunciation pero magkaiba nga lang ang spelling. Nung panahon rin ng Japanese, merong larong Jankenpon. Inadapt rin natin to at tinawag natin tong Jack and Boy. Sa kultura naman, inadapt natin yung Day of the Dead and Christmas ng Spaniards sa ating kultura. So makikita natin na through socialization and enculturation, nagkaroon ng new identity ang kultura ng ating bansa from adopting cultures of other countries. Norms and values. Norms guide people regarding what is right, wrong, proper, and improper. There are three forms of norms: folkways, mores, and laws. Folkways are customary patterns that specify what is socially correct and proper. Halimbawa nito ay yung pagpipila sa linya or pag nasa jeep ka, ipapasa mo yung bayad pag mas malapit ka sa driver. Hindi ito tinuturo sa'yo at mapapansin mo lang ang mga ito sa paligid mo. Kaya kung may napansin kang pattern na ginagawa ng iba, i-adapt mo rin yun sa'yo. Mores define what is morally right and morally wrong. Ito ay mostly galing sa religion, especially yung 12 commandments. Tinuturo nito ang mga wag dapat gawin ng tao at ito naman ay sinusunod ng karamihan. Laws regulate and control the people's behavior and conduct. Hindi masasakop ng folkways and mores lahat ng posibleng gawin ng mga tao, kaya ang bawat bansa ay nagpapatupad ng laws upang magkaroon ng order ang bansa nila. Hindi porket tama ang isang gawain sa bansa mo, ay tama na rin to sa ibang bansa. Kaya kung bibisita ka sa ibang bansa, kailangan mong aralin ang laws nila dahil magkakaiba nga ang laws ng bawat bansa sa mundo.
On to statuses and roles. Statuses are positions that an individual can occupy in society. This is often classified into two: ascribed and achieved. Ascribed statuses are assigned from birth and involve little personal choice. Some examples are race, age, birth order, ethnicity, inherited wealth, and so on. Achieved statuses, on the other hand, are acquired by choice, merit, or effort. Some examples include being a doctor, athlete, parent, lawyer, and so on. Keep in mind that a person's ascribed status may affect their ability to acquire certain achieved statuses. For example, a person born into a poor family is less likely to get into college than a person born into a rich family. Onto roles, these are patterns of expected behavior from an individual given their status. For example, in some societies, a mother is expected to be nurturing and the father is expected to be the one providing. Note that you shouldn't always assign roles to certain statuses, especially ascribed status. An example is gender roles, where one expects certain things from certain genders. Another example is assigning certain behavior to certain races. leading to racist beliefs. Both of these examples can lead to discrimination. A quick summary of statuses and roles is that statuses are occupied and roles are played.
Conformity and deviance. Pag sinabi nating social, ito yung interaksyon ng mamamayan sa kapwa niya o people's interaction or influence. Ang control naman ay to act in a certain way. Siyempre, if you want something in control o yung gusto mo, ay dapat kumikilos yun at umaayon sa gusto mo. Conformity naman ay acceptable act or manner. Ito yung tinatawag nating naaangkop o akma sa lipunan. So in short, ang social control and conformity ay tinatawag nating people's interaction in a way that is acceptable sa tinatawag nating society. Ito yung mga bagay o gawain ng mga tao na akma at nakabubuti para sa isa't isa sa loob ng tinatawag nating lipunan. Halimbawa, ito. Nasa misa ka. Alam natin na ang lahat ng tao ay nagdadasal at nakikinig sa seremonya ng pare. Tapos, halimbawa, ikaw. Kunwari na nga. May naalala kang joke na kaklase mo nung grade 4 at ngayon mo lang na-gets. Kaya tumawa at natawa ka ng malakas sa kalagitnaan ng misa. Siyempre, magtataka yung mga tao doon. Bakit ka tumatawa sa gitna ng misa? Maliban na lang kung nagbitaw ng biro yung pare. Hindi nararapat yun, di ba? Oo, pwedeng tumawa. Walang masama sa pagtawa pero dapat nasa lugar. Ang pinag-aaralan sa tinatawag nating social control and conformity ay kung kailan ba tama ang isang kilos o saan ba dapat iniaayon ang kilos ng isang tao. Gaya ng halimbawa kanina, syempre may na-violate na behavioral norms o kaugalian dahil nga hindi naman angkop yung pagtawa ng ganun. Kumbaga, wala talaga sa lugar. Ang paglabag sa gaya niyan ay maaaring maging kaakibat sa mga social sanctions. Na-discuss na ito kaya bibilisan ko na lang. Formal. May mga batas o dokumento na nagpa-back up sa mga sanction o parusa na ito gaya ng multa, pagkakakulong at pwede ring kamatayan. Pero hindi ko sinasabi na makukulong ka dahil tumawa ka ng malakas sa simbahan. Walang ganun. Informal. Dito, hindi ka makukulong. Hindi ka rin pagmumultahin. Hindi ka mapapahamak dito. Pero maaaring makaepekto ito sa ating moralidad. Gaya ng pagtatawanan ka o magtataka yung mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo. Deviance. Ito naman yung sumasalungat sa batas. There are instances when some individual behave in contrast with what is expected of them. Dito, makikita nyo na may isang tao na naiibang kulay. Ibig sabihin yan, sumulungot siya sa kung ano ang ina-expect ng society para sa kanya. So, yun ang deviance. You are not meeting the expectation of society. Deviance ay pagbabiolate o hindi pagsunod ng social norms, mores, folkways, or laws. Pero, hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon ang deviance ay negative. Ika nga nila, creating differences is making innovation. Dahil kung walang deviance, wala tayong mga bagay na high-tech na yun. Yung mga inventors, discoverers natin ay tinatawag natin na deviant genius. Kaya at some point, maganda rin na hindi ka sumasabay sa tinatawag nating agos ng buhay. Kasi gaya ng mga inventors na to, hindi sila nakisabay. Upang makadiscover ng mga bagong bagay, lalo na yung mga ina-enjoy natin ngayon, smartphones, mga sasakyan, o ano pang iba.
Now on to the next page, we have the three functions of deviance. Number 1, it serves as an outlet for diverse forms of expressions. Number 2, it serves to define the limits of acceptable behavior. And number 3, it promotes in-group solidarity.
Meron mga forms ang deviance. Ito ang ritualism, conformity, innovation, retreatism, and rebellion. Magbibigay ako ng example. Ito yung panahon pa ng face-to-face ang klase. Makikita rito ang Robert K. Merton's Deviance Typology. Sa kaliwa, makikita ang cultural goals, accept, and reject. Sa itaas naman, makikita ang institutionalized means, accept, and reject. At yung mga 5 forms ng deviance. Yung sa kaliwa, ang tanong dito, ano ang gusto ma-achieve ng ating lipunan? Yung sa taas naman, ano ginagawa ng lipunan para ma-achieve ito? Balik tayo sa example. Ano ang goal? Siyempre, para matuto. Ano ang ginagawa ng lipunan natin? Siyempre, mag-enroll yung mga mag-aaral, umattend din sa klase, at gawin yung mga requirements. Sa conformity muna tayo. Makikita natin dito na inaccept niya ang goals, pati yung means. Ibig sabihin na gusto ng mag-aaral na matuto, kaya nag-enroll siya, pumapasok siya, at nagko-comply siya. Conformity. Accept the goals, accept the means. Halimbawa nito, yung mga mag-aaral na nag-aaral ng mabuti, uma-attend at laging active sa klase. Ritualism naman. Makikita dito na reject niya yung goals pero inaccept yung means. Kumbaga, ayaw niyang matuto pero gusto pumasok o mag-aral, makapagtapos lang. Ritualism. Reject the goals, accept the means. Bawa nito, yung mga mag-aaral na nangongopya lang. Innovation. Ito ay inaccept ang goals pero nireject yung means. Accept the goals, reject the means. Halimbawa nito, ngayong kasagsagan pa rin ng panahon ng bagong normal o online class pa lamang, gusto nating matuto pero hindi pa pwede mag face to face, baka mahawa ng virus, kaya sa online class na lamang. Yun yung innovation. Retreatism. Nireject niya lahat. Parang ako. Reject the goals, reject the means. Ayaw mong matuto, ayaw mong mag-aral. Maaaring naka-enroll ka pa rin pero wala kang kinocomplyan o hindi ka uma-attend. Meron ding uma-attend ka nga pero hindi naman nakikinig at nagko-comply. Pero nandun pa rin yun sa loob ng sistema. Wala ka lang pake, ayaw mo lang gumalaw, o kaya naman walang nagmo-motivate sa'yo kaya ka ganun. Rebellion. Mapapansin nyo na sa labas siya ng system. So rebellion might be accepting or rejecting the goals and or the means. Pwedeng gusto niyang pumasok sa school, gusto niyang matuto, pero ayaw niya sa sistema. Pwede rin ayaw niyang pumasok sa school, ayaw niyang matuto, lalabas siya sa sistema. Pwede rin isa sa dalawang factor na yun. Pero ang pinakapunto lang naman dito ay gusto niyang lumabas sa sistema. Example nito ay yung mga nagpapa-dropout.
The last part of this discussion is human dignity, human rights, and the common good. Unahin natin ang human dignity, which is an individual's or group's sense of self-respect and self-worth, physical and psychological integrity and empowerment. We recognize that each human in our surroundings possesses a special value, and because of that, we respect them. They are worthy of our respect, not just because they did something good to you, but because we are all humans, whatever the gender, race, size, color, language. But some people, especially powerful ones, abuse and disrespect our dignity, and this is where human rights come into play. Human rights are rights that protect our dignity and give them the rights to choose, to live, to love, to property, to make their living, to practice one's profession, to vote, and to be voted among others. These rights guarantee the life, liberty, equality, and security for people who are abused by powerful persons. Again, like the human dignity, this is non-discriminatory. Everyone is protected by their rights, even deviants who don't conform to society.
Lastly, common good refers to the collective action and active participation of the members of society. The notion of the common good is a denial that society is and should be composed of atomized individuals living in isolation from one another. Pasok dito ang bayanihan. Everyone should help or do something that benefits the community as a whole. Even the smallest actions count, like obeying laws, paying your taxes, and most importantly, respecting each other's rights and dignity.
That's about it on becoming a member of society. If you have any questions, just ask us. And that ends our presentation.